Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan here, and you might remember from, I believe it was the second to last video I did, I was showing off the fact that I had recently acquired a KV-5. It was part of a special that is actually still currently going on at the time of this video. So if you were watching this before, I believe September the 15th of 2015, you can go ahead and pick up one of these monstrosities for your own garage for about $40. And so far, I would say, in my personal opinion, it is worth it. It's not the best gun in the world, that's for certain, but it definitely does have some characteristics that make this tank worth the $40. I don't know what it is in pounds or any other form of currency that I can't think of. But this was the last game I actually had in the KV-5. Had to promptly go and have dinner afterwards, so very stressful because, well, I was kind of being timed almost. So I had to try to get this game over with as quickly as possible, which it didn't help that my team did not give me high hopes. Let's just say that. Now that was a blind shot, and I hadn't been spotted at that point, so a bit unfortunate for me. Now, one of the awesome parts about the KV-5 is that it's got insanely good armor. The gun is a bit underwhelming, but the armor is... it's very, very troll. And you're gonna kind of see what I mean by that. Sorry if I sound a little strange. I have been fighting some kind of illness for a few days now, and it hasn't been getting a lot better. Now, as you can see, I'm bouncing shots left and right. I mean, this is what the KV-5 does. It may not be able to do a lot of damage, but it can pump out shots just as easily. Now, keep an eye on that ELC. He's gonna be very important in a second. And I think any fans of Jingles might recognize this particular event. He featured a video of an ELC attacking a KV-5, and since the KV-5 doesn't have the gun depression since it's so tall to be able to, well, effectively deal with an ELC, I was quite aware of this at the time, and I was like, oh no. So instead of basically letting this little guy just annoy the heck out of me, I decided I was going to teach him a lesson not to deal with KV-5s in such a way like this. So he tracks me at this point, and I'm like, before he can get away, I'll just pin him right there so he can't move. Turn the turret around. Yep, sorry guy, you're not going anywhere. Plant one shot into him. At this point, he started sliding away. I decided, okay, maybe I can try to... yeah, there we go. Finish the ELC off. We're still down by one tank. I mean, nothing too special at this point. First kill I've gotten. So, I haven't taken any damage since that initial beating I took whenever I tried to advance too far forward. Now, originally I was going to feature this just because of the comical dealing with the ELC, just because I am a fan of Jingles, so I felt that was a bit of sort of I don't even know what word I'm going to be using for that. You know what I mean. It was sort of I honestly can't think of the word I'm trying to find. I don't want to say in memory because that sounds dark and he's not dead, so but you kind of get what I mean by whenever I say like in memory. Like it was sort of a mentioning him, if anything. So that was, I found that extremely funny, just dealing with the ELC like that. Like he literally was at the mercy of me, and I taught him a lesson. So maybe if he was a fan of Jingles, he might have also was thinking the same thing, that he might be able to harass me, but I wasn't going to let that happen. So back to the game, I have secured my second kill. Put in a side shot into the Super Pershing. Side armor on that thing is horrible. Frontal armor, it bounces shots from the ISU, which is annoying. So instead I'm shooting at the well-known weak spot right on the top of the tank. Sadly, I'm not able to pick up the kill, which is slightly upsetting. I think I end this game with... Oh, if I had gotten that kill, that would have been... It might have gotten me an ace tanker. Oh, that's a little upsetting. If you're watching this video, YagTiger88, you just stole my ace tanker badge right there. Maybe not. I don't know. It was only 33 damage, but it would have been a top gun as well. Spoiler. So now here is a Tiger who's advancing and has no idea what he's doing. I'm not too worried about his gun, especially the way I'm angling. And since he's moving, odds are he's probably not going to be able to hit my weak spots either. Shot doesn't hit him. I wasn't expecting it to because he was about to get behind cover. I think I blew the cover away. Not sure. T-150. I have the same gun as the T-150, except I have a slightly better fire rate, and I think that's about it. So this is a Tier 8 heavy tank with a Tier 6 heavy tank's gun. As you can see, it's slightly underwhelming. We're only in the lead by 1 kill at this point, but I still don't have high hopes for my team just because of the way everything's positioned. All of our tanks appear to be over on this one side, and quite a few of their tanks are approaching our base. A little concerning right there, but I mean, I'm in a rather slow, super heavy tank. This thing is good when it's going downhill or on flat terrain, but whenever it's on a very, very, very hilly and undulating map like this, I don't even know what this map's called. South Coast. Yeah, by the way, the map's called South Coast, everyone. That's the map I'm playing on. Probably should have said that about 7 minutes ago. But, yeah, back to the KV-5. So yeah, honestly, if I tried going back at this point, I wouldn't make it back in time. I probably actually would die along the way because, well, there'd be a lot of tanks having a very good opportunity of shooting at me. And KV-5 can handle being shot at, but not from multiple angles because you could only angle it in such a way that shots are going to bounce. If people get the broadside of this thing, it's not very well armored at all. So, definitely have to be careful. I was very upset when that E-25 died because he literally sat there and took 2 shots from the T-28 prototype and then died. I don't know why he sat there. I was hoping he would have left after he took the first one, but apparently that wasn't good enough. Apparently he had to die. CDC has no idea I'm here, so I will make myself known immediately. One nice shot takes him down to less than 1/14 of his health, and YagTiger finishes him off. So I'm hoping this T-28 prototype on our team, on the enemy team, well, on our team as well. I mean, he's kind of all by himself against the T-29 in our base. But the one on the enemy team, I'm hoping he's not facing towards me because the armor on that thing, although it's very underwhelming, if you can say that, he still has 200 millimeters of frontal hull armor, which this gun, being the T-150's gun, only has 167 millimeters of penetration, is not enough to go through the front of that tank. Sides and rear, on the other hand, well, that's a completely different story. My first shot manages to destroy his engine or fuel tanks, no idea, one or the other, and sets him on fire. Second shot continues to set him on fire. I think he uses a fire extinguisher at this point, but due to all the module damage I did to him, there was no way he was going to kill me. So, is basically the end of where my part in this game, yeah. I'm just going to sit here and cap out because, well, this tank, as I said, may be fast going downhill, but that's only part of the struggle, because then I have to go back uphill, and I'd rather not do that. So, I'm quite happy with 5 kills and a guaranteed victory, because even if the T-29 kills both of our tanks over there, he can't cap, and it's going to take him far too long to get back and reset the cap on me. And I still have a lot of my health, and he probably at this point does not. So I know this game is a victory, and I'm quite happy about that. So 5 kills in the KV-5, first class mastery badge, high caliber. Sadly, no Top Gun because the Ag Tiger 88 stole my kills. A little upsetting, but oh well. I'll pull up the end plates, and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Alright, so here we are. Just uploaded this because I completely forgot to do so before recording this video. So, as you can see, 71,484 credits. This is what Tier 8 heavy tanks, or just Tier 8 tanks in general, can do. Lots of credits right there. And considering this thing is relatively cheap to run, especially if you don't die or fire premium ammunition, you can make a lot in this tank. And 3,861 experience, very, very nice as well for the first win of the day. And you can see all of the damage I did. Poor T-28 prototype. I ended up knocking out his ammo rack, obviously his engine, fuel tanks, and a few of his crew members as well. It was devastating for him. Yeah, quite a bit done, as you can see. First class mastery badge. Very, very upsetting, especially considering if I had killed the Super Pershing and possibly the AMX, I probably could have gotten Ace Tanker. But, oh well. First class will have to do for right now. Team score, as you can see, 3,585 damage, 5 medals in total, 1,287 base experience, my maximum for this tank. Prior to that, it was about maybe 1,000, so very nice boost there. 5 kills. Poor T-28 on their team. He had a pretty good game. That's kind of upsetting that he had to go down like that, but he was on the enemy team, and he was presenting his very nice American rear to me, so I could plant some very nice 107mm shells into his backside. But for the most part, their team did a lot better than ours. Just based upon all of this, quite a few of their players did almost getting close to 2,000 damage. Not as good over here. Detailed report, 19 shots fired, 13 direct hits, 13 penetrations. That is very surprising, as this gun has really poor penetration. So, honestly, looking at it like that, that is very surprising. Usually what happens is you do fire quite a few shots in this tank, because it does fire at least somewhat quickly. The problem with it, though, is that since it has such low penetration, usually most of those shots don't penetrate. So out of the 13 shots I did fire, I'm surprised that all 13 of those managed to penetrate. 807 damage blocked by armor. Not that you know, crazy, but I mean, it works. It works. No idea where the 32 damage from more than 300 meters came from. I received 10 hits, 3 penetrations, 7 non-penetrations. Enemy vehicle spotted, 1. You kind of get the picture from here. And I traveled 2.31 kilometers. Very, very nice. Now, when it comes to earning credits, these tanks do very well. If I had a premium account, I would have made 107,000 credits profit, or income, or whatever this is. I'm not a businessman, I don't know. And I would have made nearly 100,000 credits after everything was deducted. Less substantial for a regular account. I have been debating whether I'm going to get a premium account or not. Still thinking about it. But still, 59,000 credits profit, almost 60,000. Very nice. You cannot argue with that. And there's just the total for experience and whatnot. So very, very nice for probably one of the best games I've had in the KV-5. In fact, the best game I've had in the KV-5, and probably one of the best credit earnings I've ever had. So very, very nice right there. And that's about it. If you guys have replays you want me to feature on my channel, I don't see why you would, but if you do, I'm more than willing to do so. So please send them in on just personal message sort of thing. I mean, I don't check my email, so if you guys send it through the email, I'm probably not going to check it for a while because I keep forgetting to do so. That's about it. So I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.